thought we were going to get hit with some rain, but, you know, we got a good Lord above. And he says, nope, not tonight. Move on, Mother Nature. We got some racing to do. And so we had guys on the track getting the track ready to go. But tonight, it's a special one, ladies and gentlemen. Tonight, it is the Speed Oil Salute to 75 Fireworks Spectacular. And it's already been a good one here tonight. We've got the Bounce Station Foam Party going on. How many of you guys enjoyed the foam party, especially the kids? You guys enjoyed that one? We had foam going over into the bathrooms, into the pits, into the pit shack, and foam was going everywhere. And so appreciate you guys for participating in that. And then also, don't forget, we also got a lot of stuff up there in the grandstand area. We've got the Roberts & Co. Snow Biz Shaved Ice. We got the ice cream deck off of churn number 1. Very, very good ice cream. Go over there and get you some scoops of ice cream. We got the lemonade stand. We've got the souvenir shack. We got the concession stand, grab as you go concession stand. We got a concession stand on the wild side with one of the best, beautifulest ladies working over there. Her name is Bethany. She's my lovely wife. And I love her to death, and she's doing a great job over there. She's got a lot of work, a lot of customers over there. And then we got the grandstands, concession stand over here, as everybody in there is working hard. It's a grab and go, get what you get. Right now, the hot wings are the hottest item right now, literally the hottest item. So get you some hot wings. So it is another round here, as Mother Nature's been kind to us this season with only one rain out. We've been getting these races in, especially here tonight, as we've got 6 classes now, including the Bald and Bougie Bandoleros, the 417 Sports Car Chargers, the Martin's One Stop Street Stocks, the Bramble Springs Bakery Crown Vics, the Cuther and Hilton Rolling Thunder, the Hilltop Ranch Late Models, who are running a 35-lap feature tonight. And tonight they are qualifying. And tonight we are going to do something different. At intermission, we're going to bring the top 5 qualifiers over to the grandstand side. I'm going to ask for some 5 kids to volunteer to come on down and help me during intermission. And we're going to redraw the top 5 in qualifying and see where they start for tonight's Salute to 75 features. So that will be going on, and so look forward to that during intermission. So be looking for me at intermission. Also tonight, I want to give a shout out to my good friend. He's actually racing here behind me tonight, Sam Douglas, who is celebrating a birthday tomorrow. And I want to shout out to Sam. Also another shout out to my family up there in the booth in the Melton's Used Cars and Rentals booth up there. Thank you guys for being here. Love you guys. It's their first time here at the racetrack for a majority of them. So appreciate them, and hope I'll do them well on the microphone here. And our mission here at the track, well, we have a mission to create a family-friendly atmosphere for you and your family through amazing, dedicated, hardworking staff, while showcasing the amazing speed and talent from the race cars to the drivers, while sharing the gospel of Jesus Christ. We got a lot of great sponsors on board with us this season. As you look around the Speedway, you can see the banners hanging up, the banners on the back stretch. I'm going to mention them throughout the night, but probably won't mention them a lot right now, because we're going to try to get this show in and get those fireworks going at the end of the night. And real quick, before we get things going, and I don't want to forget them, but we got some special people behind me here. Rhonda, come on up here. This is Rhonda and Deborah. Deborah, come up here, buddy. This guy right here, he raced for the first time this season. It was your second race, correct? If you guys were here, I think it was like 5 weeks ago. It was not the last race, but the second to last race. But this guy had a terrible wreck right here on the front stretch and hit that red. Was it the red or the blue? The blue one, and it went 8 yards that way into the infield. Deborah, I don't know you know about this, though, but I heard that you went to the hospital. And I told the fans, I said, hey, we got to pray for Deborah. He went up to the hospital. He's okay. He's going to get everything checked out. And then I got the message that you were totally fine and you were coming back to the races. And so praise God for that. But tonight, it's a special night, just not for you because you're not racing, but you're here tonight supporting a very well company, an oil company, and Speed Oil. And we're going to talk to you about that. We're going to give it over to Rhonda.
Yes, Speed Oil was an oil brand back in 1921 in the United States, and Devron asked my husband and I to go as partners with him to bring Speed Oil back to the United States. So we are definitely patriots, and we love our Lord, and we are thankful for tonight to be able to be here on this 4th of July night to celebrate. And if you want some stickers or some candy, come by our booth, check us out, see what we've got, and if we don't have it on the table, we can sure get you information for what you want.
And they've also are supporting and sponsoring some cars here tonight as well. So we appreciate you. Rhonda, stick around because Rhonda's going to do something special here very, very soon. But ladies and gentlemen, tonight we got a special treat, as tonight it is the Salute to 75. When I say 75, for a majority of you, you probably know what that means. The 75, that number that made thousands of laps around this racetrack and tracks in the area, driven by Larry Phillips. When I say Larry Phillips, I think of gritty, relentless, and tough as they come. Larry didn't just race, he dominated with a no-nonsense attitude and a lead foot to match. Larry carved out a legacy that still echoes around every corner of the track. He wasn't just a driver, he was a machine. Behind the wheel of his famous number 75, Larry racked up over 2,500 wins across Bolivar Speedway, Fairgrounds Speedway in Springfield, and Lebanon I-44 Speedway, and asphalt tracks around the nation. He was a 5-time NASCAR Winston Racing Series national champion in 1989, 1991, 1992, 1993, 1996, and a 7-time regional champion. His record speaks for himself. Even if he wasn't big on keeping trophies, he was just wanted to be legendary. And that is what he is remembered as legendary. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight we salute the number 75 and we remember him. We will never forget him. And ladies and gentlemen, I honestly believe the 75 of Larry Phillips should be nominated into the NASCAR Hall of Fame. And hopefully I'll be able to see that happen before my time ends. At this time, if you all would please rise and remove your hats for our invocation, followed by the singing of our national anthem by Miss Rhonda herself. And we're also going to talk to Miss Judy. Come here. I know, I can't leave you out. I can't leave you out for sure. You've been here a lot, haven't you?
A whole lot. Several laps for years. And I enjoyed every minute of it.
He was a blessing, and he took very good care of you.
Yes, he did. He won lots of races. Man.
He was the man. And you loved him too, didn't you?
Oh, very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Larry Phillips' wife right here. So give her a round of applause. Thank you for being here. And I truly believe it. He is going to be in the NASCAR Hall of Fame.
Someday.
Yeah, someday. We'll appreciate you, and then enjoy tonight's race in action, okay? Okay. I'm glad they remembered, because I got a forgetful mind, but you're special. Thank you. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's take off our cover. Let's bow our head. Let's pray. Dear Heavenly Father, Lord, look down on this place. We got a packed house, and we thank you for that. We thank you for the many blessings that you have blessed us with this season. God, as I mention each and every week, I pray that everybody that came to this track left what was going on in their life and in their week at the gate. Lord, because this is a place full of happiness and joy and celebration and fun with family and friends. And Lord, there's people right now that are suffering, people right now that are hurting, and people right now that are happy. But Lord, tonight I just pray that everybody's happy. As Phil Robinson would say, happy, happy, happy. Lord, I thank you for the beautiful weather that you blessed us with tonight. And Lord, I just pray that you just keep your hand of protection on the farmers this summer as they are baling up the hay. But Father, most importantly, keep your hand of protection on the men and women that are here tonight in the stands on the wild side and the drivers that are competing here tonight as well. And Lord, most importantly, I ask that you just keep your hand of protection on the men and women that are fighting for our country. As right now, some big things are happening. But Lord, we know that we are one nation under God. Lord, we thank you for everything. In Jesus' name, and everybody says, amen. All right, now turn your attention behind you and on the wild side across from you. That was Old Glory, the red, white, and blue, the beautiful colors in America, the greatest symbol of the United States of America, for our national anthem sung by Miss Rhonda.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof to the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
God bless the Lebanon I-44 Speedway, and God bless the United States of America. You know, there's no better way to start off tonight's race in action. You know, what I do each and every week, this is, it's not important, but what I'm getting ready to do is very, very important. 11944 Speedway, I challenge you to respond when this Miss Phillips give us the command for tonight's race in action.
Let's go racing.
Let's go racing! Let's get ready for the bald and bougie Bandoleros. As this is very young age talent right here, the future of Lebanon I-44 Speedway. Three of James Marsh out of Aurora, Missouri. It'll be the 15 of Jedrick Sidler. Then on the inside of row number 2 will be Sam Douglas out of Lebanon, Missouri, celebrating a birthday tomorrow. And on his outside, making a first start in the Bandoleros out of Montreal, Missouri, will be the 10 of Deacon Scott. As here we go, the side-by-side pace truck will lead them around here. We 6 laps your distance as we put transponders on them tonight. And Sam Douglas, your point leader, with Kellen Murphy in second, 9 points behind him, but Kellen not able to make it here tonight. But Sam Douglas will be starting in the back of tonight's feature. 6 laps will be your distance as we get ready to go racing here around the small track that was just built around 2018. Oh, already out front. So it'll be an extra lap as our scoreboard is showing 5, but it'll actually be 6. So not able to get the scoreboard correct, but it'll be 6 laps. As right now it is Jedrick Sidler out front, your leader. The 7 of Sam Douglas in second. The 3 of James Marsh sitting there in third. With 3 more laps to go as the scoreboard is off by 1 lap. As we will 2 more laps with Jedrick Silver out front in the 15, the 7 of Sam Douglas in 7, the 3 of James Marsh in third. So white flag is in the air. Checkered flag is in the air for the 15 of Jedrick Sidler, the 7 of Sam Douglas second, the 3 of James Marsh third, and the 10 of Deacon Scott coming on in fourth. Thank our great sponsors here at Lebanon I-44 Speedway. Don Vance Ford, Seeger Toyota, Edmore Chevrolet, Advanced America, Clayton Homes, Durham, Rod End Supply, and Icon Graphics and Apparel. Also want to thank our wonderful suite sponsors, Melton's Rentals and Melton Autos, National Furniture and Appliance, Hilltop Ranch, and the team at Bramble Springs Bakery. Thank them as well. Also want to thank O'Reilly Auto Parts, Whisper Internet, CMN Gearworks, and Clayton Electric Cooperative, State Farm Insurance, Nature's Pantry, Crow Paint and Glass, Heritage Bank, Pillar Insurance, Great Southern Bank, Lunchbox Cafe, Mid-Missouri Bank, Performance Foods, and Navy Federal Credit Union. Also want to thank Jack Jones at Lake Liquidators and T-Mobile as well. Our next race is going to be July the 12th for our Military Appreciation Night. As that'll be our next race as we get ready now for the Hilltop, the Cover and Hilton Rolling Thunder. So they're just going to look just like our late models, but this is not the late models, as tonight the late models will be qualifying at the end of the night. But right now it is the Cover and Hilton Rolling Thunder. On the pole for this one, it will be Lebanon, Missouri's Devin Russell on the 4, Jimmy Phone out of Eldridge, Missouri in the 48. Then it'll be the 73 of Trenton Masters on his outside. It'll be the 27 of Nick Cherry out of Springfield, Missouri. Oh. Nice looking around there on the side of that Ford machine. The 27 to Nick Cherry also. Got the 73 of Trenton Masters coming out as well. Ten laps to be their distance for them. As, like I said, right now it might be a little bit low on the car count in this class, but looking forward to this class to grow throughout the season. Also, don't forget about the very last race on September the 20th for van race, minivan race. Looking forward to that. And also September the 13th, we're having the semi truck races here, September 13th. In the air. Devin Russell out front, the Ford machine, the 48 of Jimmy Phone on the outside. They're side by side as they go into turns 3 and 4. Jimmy Phone on the outside, Devin Russell there on the bottom. We're going to go to 48 of Jimmy Phone out front as Jimmy Phone Trick Masters are running in both classes, the rolling flipper late models and the Hilltop Ranch late models. Here comes the 73 of Trick Masters wanting to work that bottom lane. He's not afraid to go for those weepers right there as he goes on the bottom of turns 1 and 2. So like I said, the track surface is in very good condition with all the rain we received the past 2 days. As right now it is Jimmy Phone out front, your leader in the 48. Here comes the 73 of Trick Masters once again on the inside. They're side by side. Masters on the inside, Russell on the outside, and Masters will take over second as Jimmy Phone is still out front. Jimmy Phone out front. The 73 of Trick Masters right there in second. As Trick Masters is closing the gap. As he is gaining on the 48 of Jimmy Phone. As Jimmy Phone right now currently does not have his transponder on. Right now the scoreboard is reading the 73 out front, but it's the 48 of Jimmy Phone with the 73 of Trick Masters right there in second. White flag is in the air, 1 more lap to go. Trick Masters have anything for the 48 of Jimmy Phone as they go into turns 3 and 4. Checkered flag is in the air for the 48 of Jimmy Phone, the 73 of Trick Masters second. The 4 of Devin Russell in third, and the 27 of Nick Cherry. Charger heat race on the pole to be the 13 of Jaden Smith. In the 53, it'll be Joe Williams. It'll be the 23 of Nick Bradshaw in that 23 machine. Right now in the 417 sports car, it's Jaden Smith out front in the point standings with Nick Bradshaw in second. 86 points, though, behind him. So quite a bit of ground to make up there for the 23 of Nick Bradshaw. Green flag is in the air. As right now it is Jaden Smith out front, the 13, the 53 of Joe Williams in second, 23 of Nick Bradshaw in third. Jaden Smith out front. Here comes the 23 of Nicholas Bradshaw, the inside of the 53 of Joe Williams. Oh, hold on to it. As Nick goes around, and caution will be scored. So the 23 of Nick Bradshaw getting loose there in turns 3 and 4, bringing out the caution. So it'll be 2 remaining, the 13 of Jaden Smith and the 53 of Joe Williams. Here we go, green flag is in the air. Jaden Smith out front to 13, the 53 of Joe Williams in second. It is Jaden Smith out front, the 13, the 53 of Joe Williams in second. Jaden Smith, last year's track champion. The 53 of Joe Williams, running first time this season with us. White flag is in the air one more time around. Checker flag is in the air for the 13 of Jaden Smith, the 53 of Joe Williams coming home in third. Be the 43 of Charles Appleby out of Lebanon. It'll be the 0 Corey Henson on the outside out of Lebanon, Missouri. Row number 2 will be the 71 of Don Morant out of Rayville, Missouri. There'll be the 88 of Michael Jurgensen, last race feature winner. There'll be a 4 of Ed Mangus. Ed Mangus moving up to the street stock class as he was running previously in the Bramble Springs Breakery Crown Vics, but he is in the Ford machine now. Green flag is in the air. Corey Hinton out front. Your leader at 88 of Michael Jurgensen in second. Here comes Michael Jurgensen in that 88 machine, looking on the inside of the 0, Corey Hinton. As side by side for the lead between Jurgensen and Hinton. Jurgensen on the inside, Hinton on the outside. Great racing for the top two. As a new leader, the 88 of Michael Jurgensen out front. Michael Jurgensen with a time of 18.014. And Corey Hinton with a time of 18.397. Here comes the 71 of Don Morant moving up to that third spot. He has a quick time there of 18.052, but Michael Jurgensen's in the 17s now with 17.994. 5 laps in as they come around the front stretch here with 2 more laps to go. As we come around here, it'll be white flag in the air for the 88 of Michael Jurgensen, the 0 of Corey Hinton second, the 71 Don Morant finishing, or in that third spot, not finishing quite just yet. They got 2 more turns to go. Checker flags in the air for the 88 of Michael Jurgensen, the 0 of Corey Hinton second, the 71 of Don Morant coming on third, and Ed Mangus in the 4 coming home in fourth. Tony Johnson in the 01 will be the 33 of Little Charlotte, Fairgrove, Missouri in that 33 machine, and that car is named Charlotte, named after Little Charlotte, Fairgrove, Missouri. Row number 2 is the top 2 in the point standings with the 00 of Chris Johnson, your point leader, and Mike Shaddy in the 16, as Mike Shaddy is 14 points behind Chris Johnson. Green flag is in the air. Here we go, Mike Shaddy moving up very quickly in front of Riley Sharp. Great save there by Shaddy. Shaddy's got some moves there. He was kind of looking like our drift cars that we're going to see in intermission. You'll want a Tony Johnson out front, the 16 of Mike Shaddy in second, looking on that inside of Tony Johnson. As at the line, it's still Tony Johnson out front. Mike Shaddy in second, the 33 of Riley Sharp in third. But man, look at the speed from Charlotte there in that 33 machine. She's had some work done to her the past 2 weeks, as she's got some speed there with a time of 17.883. And Mike Shaddy a time of 17.880, your new race leader. But man, this is going to be a dandy finish right here. It's 3 cars battling for the lead. 4 laps in, 4 more laps to go. And Tony Johnson now out front as smoke comes out underneath the 33 machine. But right now, Tony Johnson out front, your leader, as they're trading places back and forth between Tony Johnson and the 16 of Mike Shaddy. And the 33 of Riley Sharp. Here comes Chris Johnson as well, as your top 4 cars right there within striking distance of each other. You'll want a Tony Johnson out front, 16 of Mike Shaddy in second. Here comes Chris Johnson. Chris Johnson, he's not afraid to run that bottom groove there. He now shoots up the racetrack there. A little bit of smoke coming out the 33 machine, but it's not. As a white flag is in the air. They're saying that 33 might have a little fire underneath the hood. And the 33 slows down. as the 33 is going to go to the pits. As at the line, what a run there for the 01 of Tony Johnson. Your heat race winner, Mike Shaddy coming home second. And the 00 Chris Johnson coming home in third. Wow, what a run there for the 01 of Tony Johnson. Great times on the lap times and great battle between him and Shaddy. Bramble Springs Bakery Crown Vics. On the pole, be the 69 of Chris Tender out of Marshfield, Missouri. On the 44, be Jim Flannery. Row number 2 will be Billy Brown in the 00. On the outside will be the 74 of Don Rogers out of Springfield, Missouri. Row number 3 will be the Better Hazel. The 4 of Josh Hazel. There'll be the 30 of Jed Rogers in that golden machine, formerly drove by Delbert Ligon. And there'll be the 48 of Benny Ward and the 28 of Jacob Merriman. He is 69 out front. Chris Tender. 00 of Bill Brown in second. 4 of Josh Hazel in third. Be the 00 Bill Brown now out front. Your leader, the 4 of Josh Hazel in second. The 69 of Chris Tender in third. The 74 of Don Rogers in that fourth spot. Here we go at the line. We'll see if we got a new leader. No, still Bill Brown by 0.069. But Hazel has the advantage coming out of turn number 2. Down the backstretch they go. Oh, here comes Bill Brown. He's going to do the crossover move and be on the bottom there. As it is still the 4 of Josh Hazel out front. 00 Bill Brown in second. Here comes Brown, Coach Brown. Now he'll charge in on the inside of Hazel. Great racing from our leaders up there in the Bramble Springs Bakery Crown Vics. With 2 more laps to go. Hold on to it, Coach Brown, as he got loose there in turns 1 and 2. And caution will come out. So 6 laps. Green flag is in the air. For Josh Hazel out front, the 30 of Jed Rogers moves up down to that second spot in front of the 69 of Chris Tinder. As Tinder on the outside of the 30 of Rogers. Rogers on that inside. As it is Josh Hazel out front. The 69 of Chris Tinder still on that outside of the 30 of Jed Rogers. As coming out of 4, it's going to be checkered flag in the air for the 4 of Josh Hazel, the 30 of Jed Rogers second, the 69 of Chris Tinder third, the 74 of Don Rogers fourth, and the 28 of Jacob Merriman in that 28 machine coming home in the top 5. For the Bramble Springs Bakery, Crown Vics on the pole will be the 8 of Sierra Herndon out of Lebanon, Missouri. On the outside will be Independence, Missouri's 85 of Blake Stilvey. Row number 2 on the inside will be Richland, Missouri, 7 of Rick Morrow. On the outside will be the 12S of Ben Scott out of Richland, Missouri. Row number 3 will be Dakota Scribner out of Eldon, Missouri. And on the outside will be the 57 of Gabe McQueenie. And it'll be the 62 of Scott Dial. Making a first-time start out of Lebanon, Missouri. It'll be the 0 of Jacob Johnson out of Pine, Colorado. Here we go. Green flag is in the air. The 8 of Sierra Herndon out front. Here comes the 27 of Dakota Scribner. Jumping up on the inside of the 8 machine of Sierra Herndon with Rick Morrow right there in third. 3 wide battle back there for third, fourth, fifth. As out the line, it was Dakota Scribner, Sierra Herndon, Gabe McQueenie, Rick Morrow, Ben Scott, not showing up on the timing chart. So Ben Scott, transponder, not showing up. The 27 Dakota Scribner out front, the 12 of the Ben Scott running second, the 57 of Gabe McQueenie. The last feature winner, as it's Ben Scott out front. Here comes Gabe McQueenie in out 57. As right now it is Dakota Scribner out front, the 27, the 57 of Gabe McQueenie in second, the 12S of Ben Scott in third. Dakota Scribner out front. Hold on to it, Scott Dial. That's 62. As Dakota Scribner, a good run in the heat race number 2. White flag is in the air. On the track out front is the 2 of Joey Strode, timing in. Here we go. First lap with a time of 15.403, 15.403. So 16.103, 16.103. Hold on to it, Hazel. 16.431, 16.431. So right now is Joey Strode with a time of 15.403. So Joey Strode with a fast time of 15.403. $16.596, 16.596 for Anthony Ross. And 16.283, 16.283, that puts him the third, as it is the 2S of Joey Strode at a time of 15.403. So Joey Strode with a time of 15.403. As on the track now is Troy Snyder. White flag is in the air. Time of 17.961, 17.961. That puts him fourth quickest. And 17.365, 17.365. That puts him fourth quickest. So Joey Strode with a quick time of 14.403. Matt Hazel with a time of 16.103. Anthony Ross with a time of 16.283. And Troy Snyder with a time of 17.365. On the track right now is the 25 of Justin Blake. Justin Blake Justin Blake will come across the time. Oh, second fastest with a time of 15.967. 15.967 for Justin Blake. We'll see if he can get on top of the speed charts here. And no, a 15.705. 15.705. The last lap was his fastest. So right now it is Joey Strode, 15.403. The 25 of Justin Blake. Joe Ross. Joe Ross for the time is 16.034. 16.034. And 15.714. 15.714. So it's Joey Strode, Justin Blake, and Joe Ross, your top three, with Matt Hazel in fourth and Anthony Ross in fifth. On the track now, it is the 48 of Jimmy Phone, currently second in point standings. 2 feature wins on the season for him. Green flag is in the air. 17.897, 17.897. Jimmy Phone with a time of 15.794, 15.794. Second fastest with a time of 15.469, 15.469 for the 48 of Jimmy Phone. Coming on the track now, he is your point leader and 3-time feature winner, last year's track champion in the 91. It is Dylan Bates. Oh, Dylan Bates doing it pro style here, getting those tires warmed up. Oh, fuel coming out of the 91 machine. So we'll see what Dylan Bates gets. Dylan Bates a fast time at 15.206, 15.206 for Dylan Bates. Quick time for him. .047, 15.047. That puts him on top of the charts. As we might be waiting on one more to 73 of Trenton Masters. On the pole will be the 15 of Jedrick Sidler. On the outside will be the 3 of James Marsh. And then it's going to be Deacon Scott in the 10 and the 7 of Sam Douglas. Sam had to adjust something. He's going to get lined up here. Fun little class right here is that Deacon Scott just bought one for an affordable price. If you're a kid out there, you're looking to get in the racing, this is a class right here. Luke Bates, buddy, you might be a little too young for drift cars, but these bandoleros right up your alley. Here we go. 15 laps will be your distance, a little bit extra. Green flag is in the air. Jedrick Sidler out front in the 15. The 7 of Sam Douglas sitting there in second. Be the 3 of James Marsh. Here comes Douglas on the inside of Sidler. As Douglas now takes the lead, here comes Marsh as well in the 3. Marsh making a good run there on that inside, running there in third. Sam Douglas running a 13.239. 13.239. Ten more laps to go. Treble there for the 3 of James Marsh. As James is going to make a hard right turn and go into the pits. Here we go. Look at this battle for the lead. They're side by side. Sidler's liking that outside lane. He's making it work. Oh, look out. Lap traffic getting in the way. Oh, man. All right, here we go. Look at this race for the lead. Sam Douglas out front. Jedrick Sidler in the outside lane. The last race he was liking that outside lane as well. They're side by side. Here comes Sidler on the outside. Douglas on the inside. Doesn't get better than this. Two great young men right here battling for the lead. Side by side. New race leader to 15 of Jedrick Sidler. Look at this, clean, hard racing right here. This is just like the drift cars we're doing. They're not even touching. 4 more laps to go. Oh, Sam not giving up. He's staying on that inside. Wow, what a race. Lap after lap, side by side. Aaron Douglas a little nervous over here. He's doing a little bit of shaking and moving around. Wow. Come on, I-44, make some noise. This is a good race right here. Douglas on the inside, Sidler on the outside. They're going to come around. Oh, they're both going around. Oh, no. Caution comes out. Woo! Come on, I-44, let them hear ya. Tell you what. Woo! Tomorrow, but Jedrick Sidler looking for his first feature win in that 15 machine. Looks like single file. It's going to be Oh, no, trouble for the 15. No start. No start. Here we go. Green flags in the air. Here they go now in the turns 3 and 4. Out of 4. White flag is in the air one more time around. Here we go, going into turns 3 and 4. At the line, who's it going to be? It's going to be a 15 of Jedrick Sidler. The 7 of Sam Douglas second. The 10 of Deacon Scott finishing third. My goodness gracious. Take it around, Jedrick. You deserve it, man. Woo! Here goes the top. Lebanon I-44 Speedway. Make some noise for your Bald and Bougie feature winner, the 15 of Jedrick Sidler. Hey, let me see. Gotta see that for a second. Very good. Take off that helmet. All right. Come over here, Jedrick. First of all, remember the last race I told you, I said, I think this car could run on the outside. And what happened tonight, man?
Well, it stuck.
It stuck, didn't it?
Those drift cars definitely put down a lot of rubber, which helped us ride that outside line. I mean, that was the best battle I've ever been in.
That's the best bet. That's the best battle we're probably going to see tonight, because you guys were doing exactly what those drift cars were doing. You guys were racing side by side, not even touching for lap after lap. But we knew it eventually it probably would happen. It would happen, and then on that restart, you just took it away, didn't you?
Yeah. I really want to thank my sponsors, Wagner Portrait Group and All-Star Express. I also want to thank my friends and family, my dad, my brothers, and just everybody that helps out.
You just won a feature here at Lebanon I-44 Speedway. What are you going to do next?
Party.
Party! I hope you stick around and watch the fireworks.
We might.
Hey, I got a treat for you. Now, these are very, very precious to me, okay? I don't just hand these out on just any occasion, but on a special occasion. Jedrick, you just won the Bald and Bougie Bandolero feature, and you have been Bramble Springs Bakery Cream Corn. Woo! That's not the fireworks show, by the way. That's just confetti. Sam Douglas. Dude, you're going to be celebrating a birthday tomorrow. We're going to be swimming and having a good time. But first of all, dude, you and Jedrick, you guys are fine, good young men. To race like that, to race hard, side by side, lap after lap, not even the touch, as I told him, you know, eventually you might touch, but you guys did, but great racing, son.
Thank you. Winning is fun, but that was the funnest I've ever had. Being right next to him, he's a good racer. He held his outside good, and he's fast. Maybe if I would have spun out right there, we could have held it, but it's okay. I'm glad he won it.
Yeah, it's your birthday tomorrow, and guess what, man? We've got like 3 competitive cars, and we got another one that's getting ready to be competitive, and everybody out here has won. That's pretty exciting.
Yeah, it is fun to even myself be racing and all of these racing. First, I want to thank the good Lord for giving me this opportunity to do this, and I want to thank Martin's One Stop, Ed Mid-Mo Car Keys, Ed's Flooring, L's Photography, I-44, Douglas Tire and Auto, Icon Graphics, Bramble Springs Bakery. Go get their cream horns, and my dad most of all.
All right, Lebanon I-44 Speedway, on the count of 3, let's wish him a happy birthday. 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday, Sam. Happy birthday. All right, let's go talk to the 10 here of Deacon Scott. Deacon, first time out. You finished 3rd. Look at you.
Yeah,
You don't know what to say? Well, hey. First of all, I know a few people you got to thank to get this car here tonight.
Yeah, I'd like to thank Vin Scott, Victor, and Craig Shivers and Travis Stamper.
Yeah, because they got you out here, didn't they?
Yes, sir.
They worked hard, and then you did your part. It's all in one piece, and you ran good. Good job.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, James, we're going to talk to you anyways, buddy, because we appreciate you. What's going on with the car? You got it figured out?
Chain fell off.
Chain fell off. That's common in these things, you know. We're learning a lot about these bandoleros, but you're going to get it back together and run good as you always do, right?
Yep.
Anybody you want to thank?
Cox Roofing, Southern Missouri Glass, Keeper and Sons, MPS, Marionville Power Sports. They got the best side-by-sides, ATVs. We're going to try to get them on the car soon.
All right. Are you going to stick around for the fireworks?
No.
Oh, okay. No. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up one more time for our Bald and Bougie Bandoleros. The 73 of Trick Masters, the 4 of Devin Russell, and the 27 of Nick Cherry. Green flag is in the air. As lap number 1 will go to the 73 of Trick Masters, the 48 of Jimmy Phone in second, the 4 of Devin Russell in third, and the 27 of Nick Cherry in fourth. As this is our new class, the Rolling Thunder class. Trick Masters running a 16.201, 16.201. Jimmy Phone running a 16.413. Trent Masters still out front. Jimmy Phone in second. Devin Russell in the third spot, and Nick Cherry in the 27 in fourth. Still Trent Masters out front. Jimmy Phone in second. Devin Russell in third. Still Trent Masters out front in the 73 with 5 more laps to go. White flag is in the air for the 73 of Trent Masters, the 48. Jimmy Phone in second. Checker flag is in the air for the 73 of Trent Masters. Jimmy Phone finishing second. Devin Russell coming home third, and Nick Cherry in that fourth spot. So far, 2 first-time ever winners, Jedrick Sidler, and then it'll be the 73 of Trent Masters. You want it, You've got it. Get it, buddy. Oh, yeah, do a lap. What it's all about right here. This is what it's all about. This is what the idea of this whole class was right here. 8-inch tires, AFCO shocks with the Speed Oil Pace Charger, nose to nose with the 73. Ladies and gentlemen, let them hear you. Your Cover and Hilton Rolling Thunder feature winner, the 73 of Trenton Masters. First off, Trenton, you want to bet now?
No, not.
No, not anymore. These are one of the few that were saying, I don't think we're going to get this race in, but we got it all in. Trenton, first time ever win here at Lebanon I-44 Speedway. You set up there, you were over there, and now you're here. This is what this class is all about, you know, to get these older cars out here to give you a chance. And, man, she was on a roll tonight. She was smooth, looked good. Rolled right through those little bit of weepers we got, but she was fast, wasn't she?
Oh yeah, she was. Yeah, it's a long time coming. It's my 6th year of racing and first feature win. I know it's only 4 cars, but still, it's feature win, and Jimmy's a 4-time champion at this track. So to race against him and to beat him, it's great, but he's helped me out a lot on this car. He was actually working on it this morning. So to have his hands on this car and to beat him, kind of feels a little special, but also thank you to him as well.
And it just shows how competitive this class can be, because that's a top runner in the Hilltop Rancho late models and put 8-inch tires on it and went out here and did business.
Yeah, I would like to say, like, there's a lot of people that say, oh, the super late models are too big and that's why we can't run their cars or our cars in there. But I think this goes to show, like, I was running 3rd and 5th with the super late models. I'm going to run against them tonight. A little bit older tires, but I think we can run, late models can run in any class they want to. So I think these cars are super cheap to get into. Mine's a little bit more expensive than most, but to have that opportunity for drivers to come in, I think it's absolutely great. And I think we should, if more drivers want to come out and race, there's great ways to do it, and we can help you with that. So yeah, if you ever want questions about how to get into this class, please feel free to hit me up, hit Jimmy's phone up, and we'll help you out.
He's won a lot of racing on iRacing, but tonight he gets his first feature win in 6 years of racing. It's the 73 of Trenton Masters. Hey, by the way, thanks to Bramble Springs Bakery, you just got cream corn. I don't like giving those away. Those are very, very good. Very, very delicious. All right, we're moving right along, getting a little bit closer to the fireworks, so stick with us. We got a little bit more racing to go before we get to the fireworks, but it's going to be perfect. It's going to be dark. Shut off the lights, light up the skies. And they also are giving out some gift cards to some of the drivers here tonight, so we appreciate Smokin' Jones Barbecue right up the road here off of Route 66. Also want to thank Speed Oil as well, and also thank our great sponsor, Hilltop Ranch, as well. So a lot of great sponsors here you can see all the way around the track as we get ready now for our 417 Sports Cars Chargers. Outside be the 53 of Joe Williams. It'll be the 23 of Nick Bradshaw. Green flag is in the air. Jaden Smith out front, the 13 to 23 of Nick Bradshaw in second. 53 of Joe Williams in third. Jaden Smith out front, another driver looking for his first ever win. The 23 of Nick Bradshaw in second. The 53 of Joe Williams in third. Nick Bradshaw trying to work on that inside. Down the front stretch they go, and it's still Jaden Smith out front. Bradshaw on the inside. Smith making a run on the outside, trying to hold his line. Good racing so far tonight in our features. Jaden Smith out front. Nick Bradshaw in second to 23. Nick Bradshaw trying to make that run on the bottom, but Smith holding his line up on the top. Bradshaw now on the inside. Who scoots up the racetrack? Jaden Smith, though, lap after lap, holding his line, staying consistent in that 13 machine. Five more laps to go. Down the backstretch they go. Four more laps now. Can Jaden Smith hold on? As once again, lap after lap, he is staying consistent. If he was laying down a line, it would be perfect. Best run I've seen the 13 of Jaden Smith run in his entire career. Here we go in the turns number 3 and 4. Two more laps to go. Jaden Smith carrying that outside lane. Nick Bradshaw trying to hold it in on the bottom. Jaden Smith, look at this race, man, side by side. White flag is in the air. Come on, Jaden Smith, Bradshaw on the inside. Jaden Smith on the outside. He's got to run down the backstretch. Here we go in the turns number 3 and 4. My goodness gracious, what a race this is going to be. Down the front stretch, at the finish line, all the way to 13 of Jaden Smith. Woo! Hey, look at that. Sportsmanship right there. Woo! Tell you what, the most consistent run I've seen him run all season long. He wants the checkered flag. We're going to give it to him. He won the points championship last year with no wins. This is his first ever win here tonight. He is your current point leader. Lebanon I-44 Speedway, let them hear you. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, do me a favor. When this young man gets out of the car, I want you to be loud. While outside, you can honk again. First ever career win for the 417 Sports Car Charger feature winner 13 of Jaden Smith. Get up here. First of all, Jaden, we probably should have put the sale a long time ago because after you put it for sale, it's the best it's ever run. First of all, let's remind everybody, how old are you?
17.
17 years age, running out here. Hey, I got a lot to say about you. Last year you won a points championship without no feature win. This season, you kind of had a lot of bad luck, but tonight, it's the best you've ever ran. I'm telling you, if you were laying down a line behind you, it would be perfect each and every lap because you were running consistent times, running a consistent line, staying up there on that high side, and Bradshaw was giving everything that he got, but he couldn't get it done. You got the win, man. How you feel?
I feel really good.
Anybody you want to thank?
Paul's towing. I want to thank him for helping me get out here tonight. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for Jason and Paul's towing.
Anybody else?
Williams Welding, because they helped me with my car a little bit. Jonesy's, Martin's, Limry Farms, Domino's, and Woods Auto Service.
You just won a feature here at Lebanon I-44 Speedway on one of the biggest nights on the schedule, the Salute to 75. You know, you probably didn't get to watch him race, but that's special to you. And you just won, so what are you going to do next?
Probably gonna go get some ice cream.
Gonna go get some ice cream. Hey, do we got any treats for him? I don't see no treats. You're good? Okay, you don't want to get creamed for him? Ladies and gentlemen, your 417 Sports Cards feature winner, just got a message from the concession stand on the Wild side. Food is half off. Food is half off on the Wild side. So go get you some food over there at the concession stand until they run out. Martin's one-stop street stock feature. On the pole for this one will be the 01 of Tony Johnson. On his outside, it'll be the 43H of Corey Henson. It'll be the 16 of Mike Shaddy, the 00 of Chris Johnson, the 71 of Don Morant, the 4 of Devin Russell, the 33 of Riley Sharp, the 88 Michael Jurgensen, and the 43. So he's going tailback. As the lineup says, he's starting on Johnson, Mike Shaddy, front row, Don Morant, Chris Johnson, row number 2, Ed Mangus in the 33 of Riley Sharp, row number 3, and Michael Jurgensen in the 43 of Corey Henson. 20 laps will be your distance. Mike Shaddy out front, your leader in the 16, the 01 of Tony Johnson in second. The 71 of Don Morant sitting in third with the 00 of Chris Johnson in fourth. Here comes Chris Johnson. On the inside there, the 71 of Don Morant. Right now it's all Mike Shaddy in the 16. Tony Johnson in the 01 running second, the 00 of Chris Johnson in third. Here comes Charlotte in the 33. Running on the inside of the 71 of Don Morant. Mike Shaddy, the good run out front, but here comes Chris Johnson, the 00, running down the 01 of Tony Johnson. Max Shaddy with a time of 17.974. Tony Johnson with a time of 17.982. Chris Johnson with a 17.825. As Chris Johnson moves up to that second spot. Riley Sharp will make a hard right turn into the pits. Mike Shaddy still out front, but here comes the 16 of Chris Johnson with a time of 17.765. 17.765. Mike Shaddy still out front, but Johnson is leading him in. Shaddy's been getting a little loose coming out of 4. Nine more laps to go. It's Mike Shaddy with a 17.888. 17.888. Chris Johnson with a 17.967. Right now it's Mike Shaddy still out front. 7 more laps to go. Here we go, Chris Johnson reeling in the 16 of Shaddy with 5 more laps to go. Here we go, working through lap traffic. What a race we've got down the front stretch, side by side. Lap cars coming into the picture. Johnson going on the inside, Shaddy on the outside with Corey Hinton in front of him. Johnson's going to use Hinton as a block. Johnson takes the lead going into turn number 4. Out of 4, down the front stretch they go. 2 more laps to go. Chris Johnson out front, the 16 of Mike Shaddy in second. One more lap to go for the 00 of Chris Johnson. Coming out of 4. Checker flag is in the air for the 00 of Chris Johnson, the 16 of Mike Shaddy second. The 88 of Michael Jurgensen third, Tony Johnson fourth, and Don Morant, the 71 in fifth. Tell you what, this is some of the best racing we've seen here in a while. It's the salute to 75. And we're still seeing it in action here tonight. Woo! He is your point leader. Add a little bit of extra points to his point lead. Race fans, what do you think of the racing here tonight so far? Man. I'm so glad we came. How are you? Good. Street Stock feature winner, the 00 of Chris Johnson. Steering wheel drop. I said, Chris, awesome job. He said, I don't think I had the car for tonight. He did. He had the car. And I'll tell you what, he might have not had the car, but he had the drive. What we've seen him do on the racetrack there through lap traffic, absolutely amazing, Chris. How you feel, man?
Oh, I'm wore out.
Hey, you and what you did with Corey Henson, the 43 machine, was pretty good idea there. And get on the inside of him, and Chatty had nowhere to go.
Well, I seen Chatty was really loose up top, and Corey was holding his line. I mean, he just happened to be there. It was just luck, is all it was. I mean, it could have been one other turn, and Corey was in front of me, so.
Yep, man, wow, what a season you're having. You're currently the point leader. 2 feature wins this season for you. Man, you're having a great season. We appreciate you sticking around and doing this all season long.
Yeah, I'm having fun. That's it. It doesn't matter if I win, lose, finish last. My team, if they win, I win. So if I win, that's a consolation. You know, that's great. I love to win, but it's about having fun. It gets too serious, too much, and you might as well have fun or you're not going to like it.
And somebody special to you is here tonight as well, for right there.
Oh, yeah, my daughter's down here. My wife finally made it down here. She always gets forgot, but she's never forgot. She's run up and down the road with me for 26 years doing this.
You know what tonight is?
Larry Phillips Memorial Night.
You won a Larry Phillips Memorial feature win. How does that feel?
That is awesome. Larry actually was one of my biggest mentors. Used to talk to him when I wasn't even able to race. So to win on a night for him, that's for him. Thank you, Larry.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, your feature winner in the Martin's One-Stop Street Stocks, the 00, Chris Johnson. Chris, you've got creamed on. I didn't get you very good. 4 features to go. That's right. 2 more features, and it's the big ones. It's the Bramble Springs Bakery Crown Vics, and then it's going to be the Hilltop Ranch Late Model Salute to 75, 35 lap feature. It's going to be good. The night has been outstanding. The night has been on top of the charts this season. As I said during their opening ceremonies, Larry Phillips, that name and the legacy that he had, it still echoes through every turn of this racetrack here, still in 2025, and we're seeing it tonight. As we get ready for the Crown Vics, as they get ready to roll out, sponsored by the best bakery in town. They have got a location on 2nd Street now. I visit there quite often, try to get there early to get the cream horns. But tonight, one of these lucky drivers is going to get a cream horn. 16 strong here tonight on the pole will be the 4 of Josh Hazel, the better Hazel. On his outside, going to be the 30 of Jed Rogers. Row number 2 on the inside will be the 69 of Chris Tender. On the outside will be the 12S of Ben Scott. Row number 3 on the inside will be the 74 of Don Rogers. On the outside will be the 62 of Scott Dial. Row number 4 on the inside will be the 28 of Jacob Merriman. On the outside will be the 7 of Rick Morrow. Bill Brown in the 00 starting in row number 5. And on his outside will be the 85 of Blake Sylvie. Row number 6 will be Jim Flannery in the 44. Then on the outside will be the 0 Jacob Johnson, will be the 5 of Sierra Herden, the 27 of Dakota Scribner, and it'll be the 57 of Gay McCleany, last race feature winner, and the 48 of Benny Ward. A lot of shuffling around in the race cars this season. Everybody getting that mid-season jitters. New drivers. Got drivers in different cars. Here we go. 16 strong, 15 laps is your distance. Green flag is in the air. We're staying green. Josh Hazel out front, Ben Scott in the 12 in second. Caution coming out. Completed to going back to the original restart. With the 7, Rick Morrow, and the 74, Don Rogers going to the back. Here we go. Green flag is in the air. Josh Hazel out front in the 4, the 12 of Ben Scott on the inside of the 30 of Jed Rogers. Side by side for a second. They come out of turn number 4. Lap number 1 is going to go to the 4 of Josh Hazel. The 12S of Ben Scott in second. The 30 of Jed Rogers in third. Here comes the 27 of Dakota Scribner. He jumps up there to that 4th spot in front of the 69 of Chris Tender. And here comes the 62 of Scott Dial as well, and the 57 of Gabe McQueenie. Hazel out front in the 4. Ben Scott in the 12S in second. The 30 of Jed Rogers in third. Here comes the 27 of Dakota Scribner. Scribner looking on the outside there. Oh, Jed Rogers shoots up the track. Not a lot of room up there on that high side. And they go into turns 1 and 2. Hazel in the 4, running that middle groove in 3 and 4. Ben Scott in second, but what about the race for third? As it'll be the 27 Dakota Scribner now. Pulls away from the 30, but here comes Scott Dial in the 62. Here comes the feature winner 2 weeks ago, the 57 of Gabe McQueenie. He's there on the inside of the 30 of Jed Rogers. Here he comes. He's working that bottom groove in the middle of 1 and 2. We've got 9 more laps to go. Josh Hazel out front in the 4, the 12 of Ben Scott in second, the 27 Dakota Scribner in third. The 12S of Ben Scott in second, the 27 Dakota Scribner in third, but look at that 57 of Gabe McQueenie in that 57. He came from the back, both him and Dakota came from the back to the front. Got the 30 of Jed Rogers sitting there in the 4th spot, the 5th spot there. Here we go. Green flag is in the air. Almost 3 wide for the lead, but we're staying 2 wide. Ben Scott, Josh Hazel side by side. Ben Scott on the pit road entrance, but he comes back onto the track. Ben Scott holding that outside line, as it's going to still be Josh Hazel out front. Here comes Dakota Scribner on the inside, the 57 as well. Josh Hazel still out front, your leader. With 6 more laps to go. Oh, Dakota Scribner had to check up there for the 44 of Jim Flannery. Ben Scott making a move there for the battle for third. As Ben Scott now sitting at 3rd spot, but it's the 4 of Josh Hazel, the 57 of Kay McQueenie, the 12 of Ben Scott. Here comes the 62 of Scott Dial. Caution coming out. We can't catch a break. Feature after feature, it keeps getting more exciting and it's more exciting. So we got 2 more laps to go. The caution race to win right now. Amazing stuff we got up there. All right, how many of you guys are cheering for the 4 of Josh Hazel? What about that 12S of Ben Scott? Or what about the 57 of Kay McQueenie? Or how many 62 Scott Dial fans we got here? Or the 30 of Jed Rogers. 2 laps. Here we go. Green flag is in the air. Josh Hazel gonna send it into 1 and 2. Kay McQueenie on the outside of the 12S of Ben Scott. They come into turns number 3 and 4. We got battles all through the field. They come out. White flag is in the air. 1 more lap to go. Josh Hazel out front. Can he hold on? Here we go into turns number 3 and 4. Here we go into 3 and 4. Coming out of 4, ladies and gentlemen, another feature winner, the 4 of Josh Hazel. Grandstand side, what'd you think about that? And better as the night goes on, and we haven't even got to the fireworks yet. Ladies and gentlemen, this guy right here, he's one of the better Hazels. He drives the number 4 machine. He did something special a week ago at Easter Elementary for their summer school experience. Ladies and gentlemen, the Bramble Springs Bakery Crown Vic feature winner, the 4 of Josh Hazel. Oh my goodness gracious. What a night it's been, and it keeps on getting better. Ladies and gentlemen, this is one of the better Hazels. He might not one, but this is the one. Josh, this has been a long time coming, man. You worked your tail off for this one. You said if you're going to win one, you're going to burn it to the ground. And you probably did. Those tires are probably gone, man. But you had a lot of competition behind you.
Yeah, we were close all year. I knew that once that 57 got behind me, I was kind of watching him in my mirror where he was running. I knew if I just ran where he wasn't going to get around me. He kind of threw it off in turn 3, but I knew as long as I'd have the run down the straightaway. So, long time coming, needed it bad.
You know why this happened, don't you? And you didn't even turn the right way.
Yeah, I should have. Yeah, we have 140 signatures from Easter Elementary on it. I hope one of them's here. That way it'd be kind of neat for him, but definitely a good luck charm. And we talked about it that day, that if I was going to win, it was going to be after the day they signed it. So.
Yeah, that's true. And guess what? Something special coming to you right now. The best bakery in town, Bramble Springs Bakery. Your mom is going to treat you with my favorite item at the bakery, a cream horn. You got a good one, don't you?
Oh, yeah, she's the best. I wouldn't be able to do it without her. Bramble Springs, Eddie, Mangus, Eddie Floor Installation, Bald & Bougie, my wife's business, my smoking hot wife's business. So we definitely couldn't do it without all them and all the time that she lets me work on it. So definitely fun. Max, my little guy, he gets me square in the pits. So couldn't do it without him.
All right. Well, now you better enjoy this one because you got to go watch. You got to go watch brother now.
Yeah, that's the plan. We're gonna get through Tech as fast as possible and come up and watch him.
All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, your Bramble Springs Bakery Crown Vic feature winner, the 4 of Josh Hazel. Two-time feature winner, the 48 of Jimmy Fode. Row number 2 on the inside, going to be the 2 of Joey Strode, and on the outside, it's going to be the 27 of Joe Ross. Then row number 3 on the inside will be the 91 of Dylan Bates. On the outside will be the 5 of Matt Hazel. Anthony Ross in the 7, the 15 of Troy Snyder. Wild side, we need to get your lights turned off, please. Get those lights turned off. Green flag is in the air. Jimmy Foe takes lap number 1 in the 40. Sitting there in second. The 25 of Justin Blake sitting there in that third spot with the 27 of Joe Ross sitting there in 4th. Matt Hazel in the 5, trying to jump up there in the top 5. As 5, Hazel now in your top 5. Jimmy Foden in the 48, trying to stay ahead of the 91 of Dylan Bates. As they go into turns 1 and 2, Dylan Bates going right on the nose, right on the bumper of the 48 of Jimmy Foden. They're looking to go side by side right here. As it's Jimmy Foden still out front, 91 of Dylan Bates in second. Jimmy Foden staying out front, trying to keep that 91 behind him. The 25 of Justin Blake running in 3rd. Here we go, going into turns 3 and 4. They get sideways, but we got a car going around. Caution coming out. Caution coming out for the 15 of Troy Snyder. As the 48 of Jimmy Foden, still your leader in that 48 machine, the 91 of Dylan Bates. In second, the 25 of Justin Blake in 3rd, the 27 of Joe Ross in 4th, and the 5 of Matt Hazel in that 5th spot. Here we go. Green flag is in the air. Jimmy Foden out front in the 48 to 91 and Dylan Bates in second. Here comes the 5 of Hazel. He moves up to that 4th spot. But look at the battle for the lead. Jimmy Foden and Dylan Bates racing hard for the lead. A little bit of contact made here. This is the salute to 75, Larry Phillips style. Dylan Bates going through the weepers in 1 and 2. He's not scared. Jimmy Foden running off to the track in the pit road. Dylan Bates step up in the lead. We've got a new race leader, the 91 of Dylan Bates. Jimmy Foden in that 2nd spot, but he's not going anywhere. He's going to stay right there in 2nd. The 25 of Justin Blake. What a run he's having in that 3rd spot with the 5 of Matt Hazel behind him. Oh! Caution coming out for the 5 of Hazel. Caution coming out for the 5 of Matt Hazel. Justin Blake in second, the 27 of Joe Ross sitting in that 3rd spot with the 2 of Joey Strode In fourth, and the 5 of Matt Hazel in that 5th spot. So the hood is off of the 48 of Jimmy Foe. So most likely when he got that flat tire, that tire hit that hood and busted that hood. So the 48 without a hood, 25 laps to go. Here we go, lights are going off. Flag is in the air. As it's Dylan Bates out front, the 27 of Joe Ross in second, the 5 of Matt Hazel in that 3rd spot. 22 more laps to go. Dylan Bates out front. Joe Ross in the 27 in second. The 5 of Matt Hazel. Hold on to it. Matt gets loose coming out of turn number 4. Dylan Bates, Joe Ross, Matt Hazel, your top 3. Great racing though for 5th between the 2 of Joey Strode and the 48 of Jimmy Foam. Caution coming out for the 48 of Jimmy Foam. Green flag is in the air. So a hard, tough brake hit there for the 73 and the 48. Once we get word, we'll let you know if he's okay or not. As the scores and not liking that start, brought out the caution, and then hard going into turn 1 and 2 there, and collected the 48 and the 73. Joe Ross up against the front stretch wall. He moves back to that 4th spot. It's Dylan Bates out front in the 91. The 2 of Joey Strode in 2nd. The 5 of Hazel in 3rd. Joe Ross moves in on the inside of the 5. 13 more laps to go. Go. Dylan Bates out front, the 2 of Joey Strode in 2nd, the 27 of Joe Ross in 3rd. Seven more laps to go, and it's all the 91 of Dylan Bates out front. The 2 of Joey Strode in 2nd. Four more laps to go for the 91 of Dylan Bates. Two more laps to go for the 91 of Dylan Bates. Checkered flag is in the air for the 91 of Dylan Bates. Joey Strode coming home second. Joe Ross coming home third. Justin Blake in the 25. Coming home in fourth, and the 7 of Anthony Ross in fifth. Fans, stay with us because we're getting ready for the fireworks, so stay with us here. Great looking race car wrapped by one of the greatest designers of all time, Justin Day at Icon Graphics and Apparel, a great sponsor of here at the track. But race fans, let them hear you. Your salute to 75 Hilltop Ranch late model feature winner, the 91 of Dylan Bates. Dylan. Wow, what a race, what a run. I gotta apologize though, last race I forgot to wish you a happy birthday, and I'm not gonna put that in your face though, but he had a birthday on June 11th, so we wish him a belated happy birthday. But man, you and Jimmy, you guys keep battling it out, but he had a little bit of bad luck, but man, that race at the beginning was intense between you two.
Yeah, man, that was some good hard racing. You know, seems like it hurt some feelings, but I guess we'll address that when we need to. And you know, it's a good race tonight, and I'm really glad we were able to do this. You know, the redraw thing is really fun. I think it's going to produce a lot better racing than the full winter handicap thing. So you know, we're actually being able to race with each other, all of us, the whole field. So it's a lot of fun to actually mix it up like that and do some racing.
And we got the kids involved.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hey, and I also want to tell you guys too, ladies and gentlemen, these late models run on 10-inch slick tires. Me and Aaron, the whole crew, and some of you came out and we drive this track the best we could. We wanted to get this show in. It was the Salute to 75, our fireworks spectacular, and we know you guys were on top of the wheels tonight because we got a little bit of weepers over there, but you guys did good and much appreciated for sure from us.
Yeah, absolutely. Making it stick down there in 1 and 2 is a little sketchy sometimes, but yeah, I tried to feel it out down there in the parade laps and kind of found a line that worked and made it happen.
Another Salute to 75 feature win for you, and you thank all those great sponsors.
Yeah, awesome to get 2 Salute to 75s in a row. That's pretty awesome. Can't thank Joe Ross, Melissa McGlynn enough. They own this thing and let me wheel it. Can't thank John Chris Comedy enough. This guy's a true racer, and he's going to be pumped to hear we won another one. Everybody else, Michael and Carrie Marsden with Sentinel Foundation, Z-Max coming on board this year. All my great crew members down there, Jason Riley on the button tonight, Mike Scott, Eric Tracy, Larry Tracy, my mom, my dad, a whole list of people. There's so many I'm forgetting, it's not even funny.
Speaking of Riley, I heard Riley might have almost caused a little bit of excitement early because little Charlotte caught on fire close to the fireworks down there. Did you see that?
I saw it. I think he's all right, though. He's more disappointed that there's fire extinguisher all over his car. But.
All right. Well, Dylan, go over there and go to the tech shed and enjoy a great, beautiful fireworks show, man.
Absolutely. Thanks, Shane.
Oh, you're good. You're good. You're good. Ladies and gentlemen, your Hilltop Ranch Salute to 75 late model feature winner, the 91 of Dylan Bates.